Hi, friends. So I made hamburger buns a couple weeks ago for the very first time, and I shared it. And they were okay, but they still weren't what I wanted as a hamburger bun. Not like the kind. And I shared the video, even though it was my first time, because I want to encourage people at home to try new things and maybe start making things from scratch that you never did before. So I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly. That's my goal for this channel. I did find another recipe through Mennonite Farmhouse, and I will share her channel in the description below. And hers looked exactly like I wanted. I mean, I literally could almost smell them. They looked amazing. We're going to try her recipe today. So the recipe for these dinner rolls, or hamburger buns, sorry, is 1.5 cups of warm water between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 cup of milk, same temperature as the water, 4.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 6 to 6.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter softened. I halved the recipe because, like I said, this makes 16. Her recipe makes 16, and I don't need 16. I know we could always freeze them, but until I know they're going to work, I'll just do the half. So that's the recipe. Sorry, that's the ingredients. Here we go. Ready? So in my mixer, I'm going to add half a cup of warm milk, and that's been warmed to about 120 degrees. And I'm going to add 3/4 cup of warm water, same temperature. And in this bowl, I have my flour, which is 3 cups of flour. Now, I halved her recipe. I will share the full recipe at the end, but I did half this because her original recipe makes 16, and I do not need 16. So there's the milk, the water, and then we have, where are we? 2.25 teaspoons of salt, it's not salt, yeast. And, oops, I need 2 tablespoons of sugar. I had all my ingredients ready, but I didn't. So there's 1 tablespoon. There's 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, so we're going to give this a little pulse. And then I'm going to add the salt. She said to add the salt after all the other ingredients. Sometimes salt can yeast and kill it. So I believe it's 1 teaspoon. Yep, 1 teaspoon. We're just going to pulse that a little bit. Now we're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsalted softened butter. And we're going to let it go. Okay, I'm going to add that last 1/4 cup. Of flour. It still looks a little wet. So maybe I'll just add half the 1/4 and then we'll see. Yep, that's all it needed. All right, when she says it starts pulling away from the bowl, it's time to take it out, and we're going to knead it a little bit. It's still to me. Maybe I did need that other. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Three and 1/4 cups of flour. That's better. Okay, so then she says to knead it for a few minutes by hand. So we're going to do that. Oh, I have to say, it feels like a lovely dough. She says you can never over knead by hand, but you can by your mixer. Oh my gosh, this dough, it feels great. I think we're going to be very happy with these. Sure, I get air bubbles out. So we're going to shape it into a ball. Put it in a greased bowl. Cover it. Rise until it is doubled. So we'll see you back here when it's doubled. So I just wanted to mention, I have to fill up my flour container again, and I keep forgetting to show you these lids. I mean, many of you probably already know about these. I found these out about a year ago, and I want to talk about them because I love them. They're called Gamma lids, and I buy my flour, sugar, oats, quite a few things in bulk. And these are food safe grade buckets that I got at our Canadian Tire. I've since found out you can get them at the Bulk Barn for only $1, which I started buying them after I got them from here. But anyway, the lids that come with these are terrible, the buckets. You need a crowbar, literally a crowbar, to get them off and on. And I'm in and out of this way too often to mess with that. So I found out about these Gamma lids, and they come in 2 pieces. And with one hand, you can just, boom. So they come in 2 pieces. This piece here, you do have to use like a rubber mallet to get this on, but once it's on, it's on. And then it just screws. I mean, you can do this, whoops, helps if you put it on the right way. There, one-handed. I just think they're great. So I just wanted to mention them before I forget again. My lids. I say, well, share a link to them down in the description box. They're game changers. Okay, it has definitely doubled. Took a little over an hour. So we're going to punch this down. She says make sure you get the bubbles out. So let's make sure we get the bubbles out. Okay, and she said the best way is to weigh them, which I was going to do that anyway, so it's nice to know. And she says she finds 3.5 ounces makes a good hamburger bun. So let's see. Not too much. Wow, pretty bang on. Okay, so you're going to take this, smooth it out like that, and then I'm going to lower you here. There we go. We're just going to roll it. And then she smashes it. And she says the her little trick to having fluffy hamburger buns is a glass dish. So I've sprayed this, and we're going to put them in here. Yeah, I got my big one. This is like the really big one I picked up at a thrift store. So I'm not sure what the size is. If I had to guess, it's 11 by 15 maybe. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Keep measuring. By the way, I got a new a new scale. See it? I love this one. If you've seen my other video where I made the Irish oatmeal bread, and I was saying how the recipe book that I got, because it came right from Ireland, is all in metric, and my scale was not working for me that day. This is a game changer too. I love this. So I love this scale, and I can link it if anybody wants to know. Of course, I got it from Amazon because I could not find anything local, anything. So I'm going to keep making these, weigh them out, and I'll be right back. I forgot to mention, I goofed when I made this. Remember how I was halving everything? Well, I was only supposed to put 1 tablespoon of sugar, and I put 2, even though I wrote down the half measurement, so I'm hoping these aren't going to be too sweet. I came on the last one. It's just a little one, but that's okay because this can be our taste test one. So I got 6 here, 2 here, and this little one. So it wasn't enough. I had to do two dishes, but that's okay. All right. There they are. They definitely look more like buns. Man, they're already... Just gonna squish them a little more. So now these have to do a second rise for 30 minutes, and then we're going to put them in a 375-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Fingers crossed. I have to say they look better than the first ones I made. So I am already happier. It's been a half hour, so I'm going to put them in the oven. This is what they look like. I have to say I have a lot higher hopes for these than I did the other ones I made. And somebody left a pan in the oven. It could have been me. Sometimes when I'm washing them, I throw them in there to dry. Okay, so there goes the one. So 20 to 25 minutes. I'm gonna do 15 because I've got that little one. And then I'll do another 10 for the rest. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, these just came out of the oven. They smell amazing and they look like hamburger buns. Like literally. Much more like hamburger buns than the last ones I made. So my oven, it took about 30 minutes. Even that little one that I had left, that took to like 25. So they're really, really hot. So yes, I'm going to use a fork. And I'm going to try that little one. Oh my gosh, they're awesome. They taste so good. I got a better recipe for hamburger buns. Thank you, Mennonite Farmhouse. They are delicious and they were simple, easy to make. Very easy. Oh my gosh, I think my husband's really going to like these with the pulled pork tonight. And I just want to show you my pork that's cooking. That's a new recipe too. So I'll let you know how that one turns out. Smells good. Okay, so there we have it. Hamburger buns. No need to go to the store. Had everything we needed to make. They take very few ingredients, and we know they're going to be healthier for us, taste better, and hey, with the supply chain issues, gosh knows if we're going to see hamburger buns this summer in the stores. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Till then, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.